today, guys, I bought leaves off of eBay. Now, there is a good reason for this. I wanted some leaves for the bottom of my terrariums, though you can do this yourself, but I mean, trying to explain to my mum that I want to put leaves in the oven, it's just too much to explain. So I just got some off of eBay. I figured, you know what, someone's done this themselves. Give credit to them, I'll buy them. But yeah, we're gonna put them in the terrarium. What a video. I kind of also wanted to do this video to just update you on the isopods that live here. I know there's loads of pots here. They clean the pots for me, to be fair, and springtails love it. So we just put them along here. Now, they're not very visible right now. It doesn't look like I have many, but when it comes to nighttime, the floor is crawling. They will also walk up here, especially the babies. Don't know why, but they do it. Also, the giant orange isopods are breeding like crazy. The good thing about those guys, though, is they don't destruct the plants. I think the grey ones will target a slightly weak plant far more than the giant ones. One thing I discovered the other night, though, is the giant ones in particular love cricket. Yeah, so basically I was feeding Drogo, he chewed up a cricket, its head came off, and then he spat it out, so it was very dead, and I thought, I'll put it in the tank, eventually it will break down. Well, not too long after that, I found all the, like, woodlice all over it, and by the morning it was completely gone. So what I think I might do is, when I do have dead crickets, you're going to get dead crickets in your feeder insect box, it happens, I might just put them in here. Recycling, you know? As I said though, they are far secretive in the day, so right now we don't really see them. On the floor you can sort of see what's left of leaves that I've put down there. Oh, there's one. And these are eggs. These are Lyra's eggs she laid ages ago. They're still slowly breaking it down. If I ever have... Lyra's done it herself there, look. If I ever have any old Pangea, I put it down, they eat it. Interestingly though, this has a lot of shade in Lyra's tank because Hagon Pothos is taken over, so I'm sure they favour that side. Anyway, let's put in the leaves. So by adding in these leaves, we create a little habitat for the isopods, the springtails, the worms, so they can come up to the surface a bit more and come out, and it's still dark and they still feel protected. But also these leaves will lock in some humidity and they will reflect light back up, which will hopefully benefit some of the plants, so some of them do not need it. Look, seriously, this leaf is taking all of the light. Now, these are oak leaves, which are fairly big, and to create the illusion of the tank being bigger, because if we just slapped big leaves down, it's going to look smaller, I'm going to crumple these up a little bit, then place them around. Now, I'm just going to spray this down just a little bit. Now, I'm going to keep some of the leaves back, because eventually the animals are going to work their way through these, and then it makes the soil more fertile. Now, whenever I am cutting down leaves and stuff, I do put them to the bottom to be broken down. It's just a nice little ecosystem we have here. Now, some people might not like the look of that, but actually I kind of like it. If you ever go out in the forest and stuff, this is normal to see, so I kind of want to make it as natural as possible. I will say this tank does need a bit of a trim, but it's doing okay and Lyra likes it. These stems, as I said before, they can hold her weight, so when you see her walking around her tank, she is just loving it. And another thing is, because this thing has developed here, if you follow me on Instagram a while back, I posted a video of her hanging out on there, wanting to come out on me. So this is why I love natural tanks though, because they're always growing, they're always changing, and yeah. Now to add leaves into Drogo's tank. I was going to just take these out, but I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. Wow. But these are covered in springtails. And I wouldn't like to throw away a springtail. I feel bad, even though it's a teeny tiny springtail. I'm like, survive people, survive. So I put the pots to the back, leaves in the front. Drogo's tank's a little bit different to Lyra's because there's a lot of low-lying plants, lots of stems and roots everywhere. So it's hard to really lay down the leaves, but we'll see how they get on. I'm also, as I said, going to put in some dead crickets in here, so We'll see how they get on this evening. Now I am using oak leaves, but there are a range of different leaves you can get. These just seem like the cheapest because you can collect them in autumn, dry them out and sell them. I guess this is what the person did. But yeah, they work well. I'm also going to put some in with my ones that are separate from the tank. So I do have some. I couldn't put all of them in the tank when I first got them. Obviously they already are kind of overpopulating the tank. So I have a separate one, so if I ever get too many and I have to sell them, they usually come from this separate tank. They actually have a mini pumpkin gourd thing. Now you may remember it back around Halloween. There's a photo of Lyra on it. Had it for ages, was doing really well, and then one day it just went mushy, so I put it in here. As you can see, they've done a pretty good job at breaking it down. But I am also going to add some leaves in with them. Oh, don't you love that sound? Just do ASMR with leaves. Oh my god, that's what I should have bought the leaves for. Okay. So let's just pop these in a little bit. Now, I haven't done full coverage because this tank is quite humid on its own. They don't need loads locked in with the leaves, but I'm sure they will very quickly break this down. I don't know if you remember from the last video, there was like, I think a carrot and a celery in here. That's gone. They've eaten that. They are very destructive, but I'm sure this soil is very, very fertile. Even more fertile is a giant orange isopod soil because they don't seem to target the plants too much. So this is a stem of a zebra plant, okay? Just the stem that I cut up because the plant died, and it's already got a little offshoot. That's so cute. So these guys, I'll probably put a few leaves in, but I don't know if they'll break them down that much. I'm pretty sure they're just into crickets, which is crazy. Now, as I said at the beginning, these are meant to be baked and so on. You don't want to just take these from outside and put them in your tank. You don't know what's been on them, what's wrong with the bugs or anything like that. So I will leave a link below if I can find an article or something on how to do this properly, but I was a little bit lazy and got them off of eBay. But oh my god, that sound. Sorry, headphone users. So back to these tanks. I've got some dead crickets that just didn't make it. Sometimes, that one looked like it jumped, it didn't, it is dead. Sometimes they just don't make it, that's completely normal. But if you notice that your crickets are dying off really quickly, just make sure they have a constant supply of food and they have enough room in their tank. But we're going to put in a couple in here and a couple in Lyra's tank and see how they get on later on. So I kind of thought, the light's still on, it's early on, nothing's probably happened, but look. Out and about. I just scared one off opening the door, but they're already emerging. So I hope you've liked this kind of weird video. I hope it's been somewhat educational, I don't know. But I just realised I need to make videos that I like, even if they are a bit weird, even if they are on dried leaves and isopods. That's what interests me, and hopefully there'll be people out there it also interests. But thank you for watching, guys. If you haven't already, subscribe. They're not always about dried leaves, but you never know. You never know. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and goodbye.
Thank you.